Well, our CBN News medical reporter, Lori Johnson, is with us. And so, Lori, I've got to ask, what in the rules, how is this going to be enforced? I'm hearing $14,000 as a penalty for one violation. And I assume that OSHA can come in and find multiple violations. Are businesses going to go out of business because of this?
Well, the most interesting thing about it, Gordon, is there are only 1,200 OSHA employees who are tasked with enforcing this, and these millions of people and these thousands of companies. There's no way they can check every single company. So what they're going to be doing is basically relying on citizens reporting infractions. So regular people calling up OSHA and saying, hey, my company's not doing the mandates, or I know of a company that's not doing mandates. And then OSHA will be doing these spot checks.
Okay. Well, any information, anything in the regs about medical, religious exemptions, and then I've got to ask, how is this testing going to work?
Well, when it comes to the exemptions, there are very clear guidelines for employers about what you can and cannot do when it comes to accepting or rejecting an employee's request for an exemption. For example, if a person is saying they have a religious belief that causes them not to be able to get a vaccine, an employer is not allowed to question the validity of that belief, but they are allowed to question whether that employee sincerely holds that belief. So, for example, if an employee says, I object to drugs on a religious basis that have used fetal cell lines in their testing, which Pfizer and Moderna have, then an employer can say, do you also object to other drugs? Do you use other drugs that have also been tested on fetal cell lines, such as the 30 other drugs, including over-the-counter drugs like Tylenol, Motrin, Benadryl, prescription drugs like Zoloft, Z-Pak, Lipitor, and other vaccines like rabies, chickenpox, and shingles vaccines. In fact, in Arkansas, some employees were given a religious exemption, but they had to sign a form saying they don't use these 30-plus other drugs that also are tested on fetal cell lines.
Okay, well, that's it sounds like it's going to be really hard to get it. Tell us about the testing piece of it. If you're not vaccinated, how often do you have to be tested? What are the tests that are being mandated? How invasive are they? What's the testing piece?
Well, the tests have to be done once a week. And so if employees choose not to get vaccinated, they have to show a negative test once a week. And the most interesting part about this is that the employee has to pay for the tests. And also people who decide to not have the vaccine and go the testing route, they have to be vaccinated. And so not vaccinated, they have to wear a mask. For employees who do choose to get vaccinated, the companies have to pay for time off for the employee to get vaccinated, and also pay for time off if the employee doesn't feel so well after getting vaccinated. And that goes into effect December 5th, because these people have to be fully vaccinated by January 4th.
Okay. What about the state laws that are now on the books banning vaccine mandates? Are they effective, or does federal law overrule them?
Well, the attorney for the Labor Department said that this new OSHA rule supersedes, it is a federal law, and he said that it supersedes any other state laws that ban vaccine mandates. So a lot of this is going to come out in court, Gordon. We know that there are a number of legal challenges to this new